Okay, I'm a little bit concerned because I can't hear any music coming from this tab. And since I can't hear the music, I don't know if I can hear the sound yet. But we'll try this out. We'll see what happens. Um, if my lips are randomly moving and I'm making random gestures and you can't hear anything, then this is going to look ridiculous. If not, I'm just going to sound like I'm completely insane anyway. So who cares? Let's see. May join do director commentary. Sure. That's you just hold on. Didn't realize you'd finished your other stream already. So yeah, fair enough. Right. Okay, I can actually hear other sounds, but anyway, I don't know. So yeah, well met lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another not gacha review. And you can see there's a bit of a change in location because we have a guest over who is not going to be in the guest room, but might be arriving and want a shower, which would be located in the guest room where I normally stream. So on the off chance of that, I relocated here, which also means that I'm not using the new computer from yesterday, but rather we're back to the old software again. We're back to this one. So there you have it. All right. And of course, non-traditional video for today. We're tackling for the first time in forever, a Rip in the Dark episode, one that came out, I believe, in June, but because July was entirely backed up and there was no way I was going to get through this one without having without without taking like a long time over it. More so than other directors here. I decided, okay, I need to schedule this, and also because this is practically becoming a D&D channel at this point, so we're we're spreading that content out accordingly, let's say. So with that in mind, I did say we have the director here, but we also have one of the players. That player, of course, being somebody who is an expert in playing one of the youngest members of a party. That would be Emily.
Hey everyone, it's your resident child.
Indeed. But old enough to be on stream, so don't cancel me, YouTube. Anyway, someone else, speaking of people who are old enough to be on stream, BB's here.
Hi, the director, previously mentioned director. Yeah, funny enough, you started the stream as soon as we hit one of the endings in the book. So as soon as we hit it and I saw that, so well, all right, I think we're gonna end it here. I want to go and check the stream out.
Well, okay then, and here we are. So this one, the title of this one, which I removed, it was it said it said like Act 1 filler, but we carry it anyway, or something along those lines. Do you want just to explain to people what that was about before we before
yeah,
we proceed?
So the filler aspect is just because I felt bad for not having as many releases as I wish I had. We have it filmed, just they aren't out. And the title was "And Yet It Still Suffers," which I will explain when it becomes relevant in the video itself.
Okay, if it indeed becomes relevant, because I recall we had another conversation about this where, because I thought, okay, well, I might be able to do this in one video anyway. They might have to split this into two parts. So I asked you whether if there was like a specific like scene that I should look out for a particular split. To which you said no and said just split it up, just like split it at the 30-minute mark. So
Yeah.
this video is 30 minutes and 23 seconds because you finished the sentence that you were saying, and that might end up being a very abrupt ending that I have no context for. So just a heads up for everyone going forward. So I guess without further ado, on with the review.
1349.
I mainly meant the midway point of this video itself, not the stream, but
Yes, I know. I split the video.
Oh.
Yeah, did you think I was gonna like cancel the stream exactly when it hit 30 minutes and 23 seconds?
That's
no way.
what I thought you were just saying, and I was lost. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My mum asked me today as well when I found out about the whole shower situation. You know, she asked me, how long am I going to be in here for? I was like, I have no idea. I never know the answer to that.
Longer than you wish.
Exactly, which was the important aspect, so that's why I moved. Anyway, now we get to the video where we see that two of the Fates like to do the old amusement park animatronic movement of darting their eyes back and forward whenever there is activity.
Consists of Cereza, Amilla, and Alistair. As of recent, people are dropping like flies for unknown reasons in the town of Hamar, Norway, and seemingly the rest of the world. It
Oh,
happened
really? Do
shortly
tell me
after
about this,
another
please.
group had visited, though most people attribute this
Shut up,
to
there's
the
certain
wrath of
restrictions for
God.
PNG tubers.
Thankfully, this of course means that because of people being wiped out left and right, consequence is non-existent to the vicious. So they decided to do what Norwegians do best: go hunting. This expedition is being led by Cereza, who decided the game of this current day would be a group of fox hunters. At the moment,
I like how you say that, you know, consequences are non-existent for the vicious, but yet, if people recall how episode 1 ended, I guess that's why this is filler, because it doesn't seem to be... This seems to be like a separate side quest.
It is a prequel. It is set a year before.
Oh, okay then.
are within the Scandinavian coastal conifer forests.
They could call it
and
episode 0
they're
then.
trying to track the current hunters.
Dude, is anyone gonna speak?
Wait, I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, the DM was talking! What do you mean is anyone gonna speak? How dare you?
For me to
Okay,
speak.
so it should be... So this I kept in as the character speaking. A lot of the non-character communication got cut.
Yeah, but even regardless of that, it's just like, what do you mean is everyone gonna... Sometimes people just walk and don't talk, okay?
They're yelling at each other for lack of entertainment. Seems to have startled something, and they hear some bushes nearby start to rattle and shake.
I guess I take out my battle axe and ready it just in case.
Oh, it's this fella.
I could just like,
Oh.
I guess I'll just take out my battle axe, you know, why not?
Yeah,
There's those classic D&D sentence in the world. It's like, oh yeah, of course, this is just what we do.
yeah.
I don't have a weapons.
It's very different to our party because we're all a bunch of
Bring a
pacifists.
weapon.
You thought I brought a weapon before the
I
entire
think
time?
I would think that you would bring a weapon to hunting.
That,
Oh, I
was
haven't
about
brought
to
a
say the
single
exact
weapon
same thing.
this entire thing.
We're gonna need to get you a weapon, you dingaling.
I won't be able to use it.
Well, I'm gonna teach you to use it then, because it
How are
gives
you...
If you want more content like
We
this,
gotta
dingling that
learn.
bell.
Do you have any idea how weak I am?
Well, without a weapon, you're certainly
Listen,
weak.
I can train you.
Let's get down to business.
Anyways, I bring out the battle axe.
Look at you,
Ready it.
and hard.
Anyway, so I start swinging. So you look out into the forest to get a nice whiff of your surroundings, and you see that the skies...
Nice touch by
That was
Shorty,
blue.
by the way, to actually just sniff into the mic when I say that.
Yeah, sometimes when I've seen in some like live plays where there's face cam, that a lot of the times the players will like mime certain things, or they will make sounds too. So yeah, that is a nice touch. Speaking of nice touches, we're in a forest right now. We need some nature sounds. Go restream.
There are nature sounds in this.
There are, because I mostly hear silence.
It's almost like water, except a little bit clearer.
There we go. Now I've got some.
The trees are like that of clovers, and the grass like that of emerald. All around you, you hear the sound of chirping birds and running, and you look beneath you, and there's paw prints.
So
Okay, I
what's in
just
the
stopped the
book?
restream stuff. Now this is actual chirping
Are you
birds.
going over to see it?
Yeah.
So you look up, along the walls above you, the small hills, and you can see hares and white foxes.
I really hope they all know what a hare is in this context, rather than just seeing like random clumps of hair on the ground.
So, in this instance, there was a bit here that I cut where Shuri goes out of character and goes, "Wait, they have white foxes in Norway," and we had to describe. No, yeah, that's a thing for them. They too have native animals.
Yeah. What exactly was the point of confusion there? Anyway. I can see why you cut that out.
The bush over, and you startle the thing that is behind it.
Oh, I forgot I didn't realize I had KW's laughing track in the background there.
I was about to say, yeah, you found like an actual shrieking animal or something, yeah.
And almost as quickly as you heard it, you then see it run away as this gigantic moose is running.
Now that I hear like a lot more of the sound effects, they are far better integrated into this than episode 1. Like, it doesn't feel like we're just in the void that we're being presented with visually right now.
I keep watching my PNG tuber light up, and I'm being terribly reminded about how bad my microphone was.
This is why BB users push to talk. I can understand that. Yeah, the one thing that I would probably say for going forward, if it weren't for the fact that I know you've edited most of these already, is the fact that if the PNG tubers are on a different layer of whatever you're using to record this, then actually one thing you can do as the DM and editor of the video is replace the background of the smoke with something else, like the forest, for example. That's something that we can't exactly do that on Quest of the Rising Sun, because I'm kind of reacting in the moment to what Vin is saying. But that's why I keep changing like gacha backgrounds and stuff. That's what I'm trying to emulate.
And yes, actually, so there is quite a bit actually that kind of goes into the setup of the visuals of this. All of these PNG tubers are first off separated. Then they aren't all in the same picture. And yeah, they are different layered than this the smoky background that we decided for the first episode. I don't entirely remember why we kept it and we didn't change it, because we bring up as a good point. I don't know why no one thought of that, but we just
reminds me of Nightmare Time.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe that was it. I mean, rip in the dark. You have a dark void or something.
Guys, someone's watching us.
I'd expect that from
A moose ran.
That's kind of what moose do, Alistair.
Ran.
Also, I like the idea. I like the fact that like Shorty's impulse as a player was to like replicate what the TM just said that everyone noticed.
Who cares about the moose?
I care about the moose.
Yeah, you're all hunting. You should care about the moose. Did you just forget the purpose of being here?
No, they're hunting fox hunters.
Wait, what? What
hunting people?
What?
Jacob's face.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting Elmer Fuds.
Yeah.
Me to know that we were being watched. Was it the moose?
Yeah, so you look around and you realize that there's eyes looking through the bushes. And it wasn't necessarily you.
God, speaking of the eyes, the fates just remind me so much of like old Newgrounds animations. It's like every time they move, I had to look down.
Guys, do you see the eyes?
Throw something at them. My microphone. Oh my god, I'm gonna
There's noises
at my past self. I'm gonna jump my past self.
Is that why you're so quiet from this one? It's just because, like, no matter what size the party is, there was one person that speaks.
No, it's because at this stage, this was like Emily's first era of playing TTRPGs, and she just wasn't good at it.
Yeah,
okay.
I just...
She was just very quiet during a lot of it. She wasn't as proactive as she has become.
Kind of like Shorty actually back at the start of their journey as a voice actor, fittingly enough.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, honestly, and now of course, in the case of Emily, cut to Quest: The Rising Sun, and Lumina just absolutely dominated the first episode. Was it the second one? I think it was the second one, puzzle one. Yeah, secret puzzle. Anyway, there's eyes having a seat. Yeah, exactly.
What
Well,
am I saying?
And you see snouts start to push the bushes away.
Are they wolves? What are they?
As the gray fur reveals itself from about 3 or 4 bushes.
Ripping the dork.
Yeah.
All right, guest appearance of Caitlin the Fire Fist. Thank you for joining our stream.
Yeah. Welcome
Mate, your name is...
to a live play. I don't know what to be up.
Welcome to a reaction to a live play, which is something that very few people attempt, honestly, for good reason.
They're a bit long, yeah.
Can I pet it?
One of them darts out at
I think the roar's an answer.
Yeah, I need you to roll flight, Cereza.
What? Why? Oh god.
Wait, roll flight?
I rolled a 5. Oh no.
So the wolf lunges out towards you, and you quickly feel yourself collapse to the ground as the wolf pounces onto you. And it's going.
I like how there were 2 separate sound effects for the crashing on the ground and the pouncing.
For a bite. I need you to roll a... Yeah, we're gonna do flight.
What did I just heard? Oh look, Kawaii-chan's here too.
The animal roaring is the wolf.
Yep, the wolf that is just attacking the character who always seems to be like the punching bag in every situation.
10.
Okay, again.
4.
I would normally feel bad for Cereza, but just he seems right now to just not know why he's even here, despite being briefed about this. So yeah, he's lost a bit of sympathy from me.
So as the wolf goes in to bite, Cereza, now being pinned to the ground, moves his head to the side, making the wolf snap onto the ground. Do you do something?
That might be a lot of smack for the actual wolf itself.
Flee more?
The wolf's nose is broken.
Continue
right
to flee, I guess? I don't...
Continue?
Can't fight it.
You have to start fleeing.
So
You're on the
in that
ground.
case, roll flight again.
8.
So you aren't making it all the way out, but you are, as it progresses, starting to wiggle yourself out of his paws.
I do like my battle theme that I
but
chose.
It's starting to come back out of the
It's
dirt,
unusually peppy for
ready
being
for another
mauled by a
strike.
wolf, but you know, it's got some.
I want
charm
to
to it.
kick the dog.
No, almost being mauled by a wolf.
Oh yeah. 12.
You see Alistair come in for a kick, and as he smacks the wolf, it does.
I like to imagine that Alistair's kick emulates like Goku's kick from the first episode of Dragon Ball, like the only one that BB has seen.
Lunges off.
Minus, of course, having no clothes on when that happens, as there's a case with Goku. But, Alistair's probably fully clothed right now. I like to hope.
Off of Cereza and backwards into the dirt. And as the wolf gets injured, you
It's a good
realize
track, okay?
it's one of the smaller ones. And so you then 2 more wolves.
I think I recognize that crying from something else.
You shouldn't, because that was a last-second request I got from Shorty to film.
Oh, okay. Well, that actually, okay. That's why it reminds me of something, because that sounds a lot like Alana's crying in the first the remake of Fallen Angels episode 1, which is probably quite fitting because obviously Alana being voiced by Shorty.
Yes.
Fight again.
Emilla, you roll fight. Alistair, you roll fight.
19.
19.
I want to pet dogs.
So as one lunges
All
towards
pet, I guess.
Got a 9.
nine,
Is my math.
in that case, I need you to roll again, if that's your max.
5.
As one lunges towards Emilla, she quickly sidesteps it, avoiding it as it's now on the ground, eyeballing her. And as one
Emilla kind of reminds me a bit of Nathaniel in a sense, like, you know, smallest in the party and always trying to like make friends versus like like physical altercations. A mushroom cloud.
Sounds like a
Maybe it's friendly. Anyway,
Yeah.
She likes the doggy.
something.
Getting mauled by a
KW,
wolf. Can I pet it?
Actually, KW, we have a spare slot right now because as the creator of the series, BB actually supersedes the 2-person limit. So, yes, by all means, you can come in. Just hopefully, just hope this doesn't have like the scream or something right at the very beginning, like some of other KW's entrances. We'll see how this goes in a second. All right.
as one lunges at Alistair at the exact same time, he quickly
Okay, here we go. All right. KW is here.
Emily,
Yeah.
what is with you? Just want to make friends in every single D&D campaign.
Because
Think ever
it's funnier than fighting. Like, hear me
Okay.
out. We were getting mauled by Hermes, and what's my first reaction? I want to charm it. Let me be friends with the
Okay,
Greek
to
god.
be fair, last episode it was a team effort.
Also,
Yeah, very much so, and that team was mostly consisting of people that had been befriended by at least one person in the party.
Yeah, we love making friends. We made an army with friendship, so you know.
in
Yes,
my
an army that we had to do our
defense-
best to, like, you know, not take with us.
in
I
my
still wish we got to
defense,
keep some of them with us.
What's your defense, Emily?
for Amila very specifically, and for Lumina, charm is their strongest thing. If Amila or Lumina, my strength for Lumina specifically is -1. Like,
Oh god!
fighting is not an option for me specifically. If I can befriend something, I'm gonna befriend it. I have a way higher chance of getting what I want out of a situation.
Yeah,
Well,
so Cherry's fight stat is also incredibly low for Cereza.
Why? Oh my
Probably doesn't help that he's got no weapon, which we've established. Yeah, and
Which is even funnier, and you're gonna facepalm once you learn what one of his powers is.
Oh god.
I look forward to that. Yeah, in the case of Nathaniel, I made it say befriend everyone because originally he was created in a one shot that I knew everyone else was going to play, you know, depressed sourpusses in. So I was like, I need to be like the optimist, in order to like counterbalance all of that stuff. And also I did in fact befriend a creature that did in fact shoot me in the back. But we don't talk about that part. So
Oh
and
god.
then in this case, it seems like everyone seems to be on the after the Dennis incident, everyone wants to make friends with everyone now. So that's just something that seems to carry forward now. So what was originally meant to be like a one-off thing for one character has now horrendously backfired. But okay, at least in this case, we have a couple people who seem to be you know, embroiled in the fights at the moment.
I
He
see.
turns around from the wolf he just kicked and quickly swings his battle axe, tearing its face and cutting it almost to a quarter.
I didn't pause the video there. So I'm not sure if that was like a loading thing or that was like a pause for dramatic effect or something. I don't know.
Of what it was.
Can I pet the dog I just avoided? Wolf, whatever.
As it bleeds to death.
Roll
No, I just avoided
19.
it.
19. That's
See?
that's gonna work.
I walk up to the dog very gently, not aggressively. Like,
I sure
scared.
hope that's what gently means. Christ.
Crouch down a bit, reach out my hand, let it hover for a
Come
moment,
with
and
one.
then
Let us move with
slowly
the
pat the
purpose.
dog.
So as this happens, you notice something strange. Normally a wolf wouldn't do this, but normally a wolf's eyes wouldn't twinkle with pinks and purples either. You aren't sure what's doing this, but you know that it's not like other wolves. And so,
I'm not like other wolves.
as you
I
are
hate the. You know, I didn't think
petting
about
the
that
wolf,
initially. It was I did whenever I started editing. However, I realized, oh, is there a way that I can cut that quote out? And then I realized, nope, there's no way to do that cleanly. It crossed my mind, though. Don't you worry.
I have purple eyes. I'm the original OC main character. Do not steal.
the final wolf then revealed itself. This one being the largest. I need both
You killed my sheep. I don't know. I forgot what Polyphemus says in the. Anyway.
Cereza and Alistair to roll flight.
3.
10,
Okay, roll again.
9.
So this time,
What?
Oh, in case anyone is wondering in chat, by the way, in case they. Oh yeah, so I guess that's an important thing. So Emily does crash a few times, but also, so the reason I keep asking them to re-roll is because in Kids on Bikes, right? That's the system we're using for this, not D&D. In Kids on Bikes, if you roll like essentially the equivalent to a nat 20 where you hit like the highest stat, you get to roll it again and add those two numbers together.
Oh,
It's called
okay.
it's called an exploding dice.
Kind of reminds me of like a spare that you get in bowling.
Yeah.
All right then.
unlike whenever he was surprised the first time, he prepares, managing to successfully lunge out of the way. One paw slams down to the ground.
Oh, that's why you said that.
Whereas
Slams.
Alistair, on the other hand,
Oh, yeah.
catches the other paw with his stomach, as he similar to Cereza the first time, gets slammed to the ground. The wolf.
Like I said,
start
seriously
to
going
open
on,
its jaws
Jacob.
as
dancing. Yeah, I'm
saliva
dancing.
I
Don't
don't
worry,
think it works well if you don't have face cam on, kid.
I think the most serious scene is gonna be, because we split this in half, I think it's in that second half of this. So I'm hoping he does a bit of a jig during the most serious scene in this entire episode.
Depends what music is playing.
wet out, ready to eat itself a little bit of Alistair. You know, eye for an eye.
I want to fight for dominant.
I need you to roll a brawn.
11.
Roll again.
9.
Alistair being pinned is...
11 was the highest
wolf
possible one,
actually
then?
does lunge it. Alistair quickly moves out of the way.
For Alistair,
He
she,
grabs
yes.
onto the back legs and sweeps the
11
wolf
was
down,
the stat for that.
rolls over, grabs it by the paws and slams it back to the ground. Roll flight.
4.
Roll again.
3.
So Alistair, he grabs onto the battle axe. He, of course, has to move the hand away. So the wolf grabs onto the hand and nips at it. But as he's nipping at it, Alistair already has the hilt on the. He already has his hand on the hilt as he slams down onto the wolf, tearing it from the hand. But
I
also
think
making
on a
it
nitpick
bleed
on my
with
end,
the
I
wolf.
wish I said slam less. I should have used other adjectives.
Yeah, I was considering sending you did I send you the nod nods? Oh no, I didn't. I got recommended a Burnley Mulligan compilation. It was 49 seconds long, but it was of him trying to avoid saying nod nods. Apparently
You
there's a
have
character
sent me
called
this.
Nod
You have
in
sent me that.
something. Oh, okay, so for the chat, apparently there's a character called Nod in one of the Dimension 20 campaigns. Not sure what the context is behind that, but yeah, and there's just like a combination of like of times where again it's face cam, so he's slightly miming. So he'll go, okay, so Nod acknowledges what you said, or Nod agrees, or something like that. And then it's only when someone like puts it like in a chat when he's doing like a live stream or something, where it's like, yeah, Nod nods. I was like, I give up. You win.
Yeah.
Also,
Not a
describe
dodge.
the length of the battle axe for me.
I'd
DMs
say
are the only people
the
who try to
battle
be
axe
serious.
is like pretty long, but I'd imagine him like normal axe part, and then there's a metal rod, and then the kind of like place where you're supposed to hold it at.
Right.
I'd imagine he's holding it at the metal part to like be able to do more with it.
Okay.
At least for like close range.
So as you swing down the axe, where the wolf made your hand bleed, you are now making its where it once was, anyways, nose.
Yeah, so remember
The
whenever you
reason I
talk
say
about breaking
Where it
noses.
once was is because as you swung down, it was a clean chop, but not a fatal blow. So part of the nose
Oh, what
collapsed
the-
to the ground,
Like a
and you
horror
can almost
game.
see some of the skeleton.
Oh, I love this.
What
blood
the?
and oozing out.
Oh, that's so cool.
What the actual
And-
freak?
Pretty much everyone in the forest, the fight had
As
been
blood
enough,
drips down.
is now hearing the screams of the dying wolf.
Oh, I love it.
You put it out of its misery.
Oh, I like the echo there. Oh, and Jacob's
Uh,
gone.
He can't! No! God dang it!
Oh, we can't
You
pause the
keep
video
the
either,
head
so
with you?
No.
yes.
I
DDLC
guess
intensifies,
look
Jacob
around.
says.
Okay. So as
His internet might have restarted,
as
it's
you
fine.
and your group
He'll be back
look
in a second or
around,
two. Hopefully.
you see that the wolves are gone, and most things that a wolf would hunt are also gone at this point. That also, however, means that the ones you are hunting, the
I should have played with
foxes,
audio balance more in this.
are quite
Fair enough.
I feel like I'm
away.
quieter than I wish I
Now
were.
look for the hunters.
Yeah. So, Emila, you search around, and you, similar to everyone else, see very little amiss except for the lack of life. Alistair, I need you to roll.
Wonder if Jacob has any thoughts on that scene that just happened.
Don't got much of those. 11.
So, as you look around to see if you can find the hunters that Cereza has you all searching for, you look from wall to wall, hoping to see anything resembling it running away or human interference or something.
Oh, there's Jacob.
And while you don't see them,
Hi, Jacob.
you do
Hello.
find a arrow that's
Yeah, I caught most of what happened on the live, so I didn't miss too much.
which means if you follow it, which means if you look at it, right, and you go and you look to where it could have actually gone to.
Hold on a second. I think I might have an echo issue.
Okay.
Oh.
We don't hear an echo, so I don't know what's going on in your end.
I
don't
just
hear
paused the
anything.
video and it seems to be playing somewhere else.
What?
Do you have your stream open on another tab?
No, that's what's weird. Okay, I'm gonna reload this. I'm gonna reload the screen share because I'm confused by
Okay.
this.
Okay. Well, I can tell you right now, that's not a special feature I added in just for you. I promise.
It's not a. I didn't get a review copy of this video.
No. If you had, there might have been a scene that got cut out of it. Albeit it is probably the funniest scene in this episode, but
You would have cut out the The review. There's the you want to cut out scene for the review copy.
Yeah, just because of the channel we're on, but
Oh. I mean, that would have been good information to have before I endeavored to,
The
you know,
year
review
is
this in the first
currently
place. But okay.
It's just implied. It's fine.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
means if you follow it, which means if you look at it, right, and you go and you look to where it could have actually gone to land where it did, they would have to be, unless they did a circle around anyways, somewhere to your right.
Okay. Guys, I think we should go right.
Okay.
Cool, bro.
Can I grab the arrow?
Yep.
Yeah, I take the arrow.
Free arrow.
Okay.
You want the arrow, Cherry? Maybe you can use that as for some self-defense.
I could, but for reasons
Take
no,
Take
I
it.
can't touch anything arrow related. I'm allergic.
Just use it like a spear.
You're impossible.
I'm really.
I'm allergic to arrows. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm definitely losing all sympathy for Cereza going forward.
I'm allergic to you.
What kind of a
what you
comeback
said
was
last
that? Well, if you're allergic to arrows, you shouldn't be allergic to me. What?
Last night.
Because I'm sick of your what?
What?
Was that what you
it's
wanted me
great
to
because
cut
they
out?
don't have. No, certainly not.
Boy, it
Okay,
is.
Camilla,
How
how do
about
you, how
the
do
arrow?
you interpret this conversation?
Oh,
Can this group of people can we go through like one D&D campaign where someone does not get a misunderstanding about like the nature of two people's
Yeah,
relationship?
yeah. So what follows is what would have been cut out because this goes on for a second and it's brilliant. I love it. I'm so happy it was in the part 1 review, and we'd have to wait a while for the part 2.
I
Well, I
regret
mean, it
a lot
depends.
in
I have no idea
life.
when we're going to part 2.
I regret a lot in life. This is one of them.
No, you shouldn't. This
Okay.
brought so much charm to this episode.
Okay, well, hopefully I can hear most of it, because sometimes I feel like a grand patch of like silence. So let's see if it censors itself.
How about
How
the
do you
arrow?
interpret this conversation?
You're just gonna straight up ask them that?
What
What's
is
the
it?
map?
What is it that you think they're talking
I like to
about?
fuel.
Force
I
them
like
do
to
a
fuel the
perception
fire
check.
sometimes.
I
Give him a hard brain.
Yeah. Do you want to do a
Perception
roll, Brain?
check on the comms.
yeah.
Okay,
sure.
sure. Roll brain.
I'm pretty canonically right now. I think she's 10, which is I think where that question came from.
Give him a
Oh
hard
yeah,
Okay.
she's incredibly young. She has no clue what any of this means.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like I can pretty much, you know, infer what this means, but also I'm not I'm wondering more so why anything was arrow related. That's the part that I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Stupid rose.
Chilling in the hot tub.
She thinks that they were cooking together.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's allergic. Last night, you know, they made dinner, so
Yeah.
You
what
were a
did they cook?
catalyst to so much, Emily.
they cooked sausages.
With arrows.
They
or-
cooked.
What about the eggs?
Yeah. Sausage rolls and 2 eggs.
Is there mayo with that too?
Yeah, and you know the mayo is placed at the edge of the sausage roll for easy.
Actually, that's a good question. Given the time period, would there be mayo?
I don't know. There was sometimes they'll mention drinks and stuff, and I have cut that bit out. But mayo, I don't know about. Which, if it's in here, that means either I forgot to check or I did check and it did exist. When did mayonnaise come out? Okay, well, said to be is different than actually was. History. Nope. Looks like I just forgot to look for it. I think Jacob crashed.
Oh no.
Jacob just caught one of the jokes. I missed Emily saying the mayo was at the edge of the sausage roll.
I don't remember half of this, by the way, because this was like maybe
it was a
2
while
years
back,
ago
yeah.
now. Half of
Wasn't-
this is completely
you
got.
know-
Like, I have the gist of what was happening. I do not remember the like most of it though.
It's all right. A lot of this, I mean, a good chunk of it was altered for the sake of the VOD, to be fair. Well, there's the answer. No mayo. So true. There's a lot that Emily was probably... Sorry, that Emila was probably wrong about here, but...
I highly doubt sausage rolls are exactly a unified thing. Actually, not in Norway.
It's placed at the edge of the sausage roll for easy dipping.
Christ.
Yeah, does this check out for you two?
Yeah, that seems pretty accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what that was about. Okay. So,
I don't think you ever whip an egg, but
Definitely.
it was yeah, that's a good point. Amila, how do you... What about the whipping? Was that a new technique?
It's placed
Is
at
that a
the
new
edge
technique?
of the sausage roll for easy dipping.
I forgot about that. Was that a new
Yeah, does this
technique?
check out for you two?
yeah, that seems pretty accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what that was about. Okay. So,
I don't think you ever whip an egg, but
Definitely.
it was yeah, that's a good point. Amila, how do you... What about the whipping? Was that a new technique they were maybe practicing for the next meal you guys have together?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Jerry was the really
especially
enjoy-
Oh, did this like scroll back for a second for anyone else?
It
Yeah.
scrolled back a couple seconds, but not by much.
Oh, okay. All right then.
New technique they were maybe practicing for the next meal you guys have together?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm crying. I'm crying.
Jerry
Shorty's kryptonite is lowbrow humor.
Jerry was the really
especially the
enjoy-
part where you have to like flip
Oh,
over the
yeah.
eggs to make sure it's like gets it all over.
You know, whenever I think back to that scene in one of the My Street Side stories where Afmal claims that she is mature, and then immediately afterwards someone says the word "butt" and she bursts out in laughter. I was like, well, that's like come on, that's a bit on the nose. And then I remember Shorty exists, and yeah.
To be fair, we were all having a ball during this bit.
Oh no, I can 100% see why. Yes, like clearly you're all on the same wavelength as far as you know where this is going. Still no arrow though.
What did you say? And you know, Alistair, I think he really enjoyed the meal because he likes to scream more a lot. So.
Yeah,
It's like
so,
Thor in the
so
first Thor movie.
what you guys all remember,
Like
of
throws
course.
the glass down. More.
Now, Cereza and Alistair,
Yo,
you
do
of
you
course
remember
know
that
this
one
was-
gacha series you did? Says quick money or quickie. What gacha
Like-
series? What which ones? He made like quite a few of them.
Yeah, do you mean like are you referring to specifically like ones that I have like made or ones that I've reviewed? Because I've made a handful, I have reviewed multiple
Even more
handfuls.
handfuls.
Like, what are we talking about here? Or are you even talking to me for that matter? Are you talking to
No,
someone
I
else? You know,
literally-
all of
Hey,
It shouldn't be me. I don't think I've made any gacha unless that's like this is what my doppelganger's doing while I'm off asleep. They're sitting here secretly making gacha.
No,
Mine's
I
all
really
been
hate.
blasted off the internet apart from
I-
this channel, so I sure hope it ain't me.
I hate when people go, "Oh, do you remember that series?" And I'll be like, "What series? The series that you watch? What series have I watched? Because I watch 1,000 of them. You know that one series with that guy from this other show. What series? God dang it! Tell me, you know the one with Harry Styles or what's his name or whatever. What show did I watch that has Harry Styles in it?
I feel
I
like
don't
Harry
know,
Styles
man.
is in quite a few things at this point. But
Yeah. You know,
Yeah,
the
like, my
one
One with
was
that-
that one beanie guy that has like that really horrible voice.
What?
No, sorry. That's.
Don't know what you're talking
guess.
about.
Do you mean like the character like had a horrible voice, or I gave them a horrible voice when reviewing it? Because for non-voice actor
Or
stuff, I have
or
done
is
that a
it saying
couple
that
of times.
Beanie had a really horrible voice?
Like the only character I think that was a being that Jacob made was Raina when she was hiding the elf ears.
Yeah, and I sure
Raina
hope we're
is
not
a
talking about
girl.
Rain having a horrible voice because her voice actor is one of the characters in this video.
Will
Dante-
Dante ever sing another what?
Will Dante ever sing another song?
I think I'm being raided by Beanie Boys fans. That's what I'm getting for at this point. To answer that question, could do. There are plenty more Aphmau characters to get through as far as like giving them songs. But I have thought at some point, doing like the rounds again for some of the other ones. So maybe, but if I do like repeats of characters in songs, it would most likely be like duets. Because KW and I have already talked about doing like a Zane Chan one at some point. So yeah, it'll be something like that. Problem is that Dante doesn't have an obvious pairing apart from maybe Travis, I guess. But
I really want to do like an original song for some like original.
Beanie's
characters,
definitely
like
not
Sarah.
streaming right now.
that doesn't mean that he
Beanie?
can't send people. Also, yeah, like that's a good point as well. If I do other repeat songs for characters I've already made songs for, they probably won't be parodies. So when I get better at actually, making music or picking like original tracks or something, then that will be what's done. So that'll be like an original Dante song versus like a parody of was it Lady Gaga did that one? I don't know.
No, it's Dante.
It's been a while. Yeah, of the
Wait, who is
original
Beanie
version,
Guy?
obviously. What was the parody of?
I don't know, whatever
PB.
Dante wanted to do.
Jacob is the goat. You are correct.
Beanie
Ah.
sent us as his henchman.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
that's
you're
what I thought. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because like,
Oh, here's the
the
third
thing
one.
is that you can say like one
Oh!
beanie guy. Then you can also say, like Beanie Boy has like very limited knowledge of the stuff that's on this channel. And one of those things is the Dante song.
Oh, Clicky, we're actually paying him to do this.
Where's Beanie Boy?
We don't
Hold
know.
on,
Oh,
wait
I
a
guess
minute.
Beanie Boy was before your time. He
Yeah.
was Pete before I was. And since then has actually stayed in good terms with us. We don't really like hang out, but we
Well,
are.
yeah, no, he didn't quit because there was like like they were on bad terms or anything. It was just because he was busy with like at the time
Now-
going to
Now, Beanie, when you say not to be confused because you didn't send these people, I have to
The fact
ask
that you're
why
here-
you showed up.
the fact that you're here suggests otherwise, but fair enough.
Man, your own henchmen are actively ganging up on you now. Quickie says you sent us. Quantum says sure, buddy. Laura says he did send us. There's a mutiny happening in your fan base, Beanie.
Yeah, which apparently always ends up with him gravitating towards me, I suppose. Like I'm the anti-Beanie Boy for some reason.
This is a Beanie Boy hate page.
He was
In
busy.
this exact moment on this day. I mean, this is the stream that I have had like as a prepared event for the longest, so that would kind of make sense.
I don't know
This
why
precise
this is funny.
one.
I
Yes,
don't know why this is funny to me. It's just funny.
I found a video that I tagged you in. What, all of them at once? They found the same video. Oh, I guess maybe one of them found it and sent to the other ones, I guess. Did I
He's
Did I
keeping us
tag you in
locked
the-
up in a Discord call. Please help.
tag you in the Dante video? Because I know that
We're
Beanie Boy
stuck inside
commented
his
on the
house.
Dante song, but I don't remember tagging him necessarily. Unless that counts, I don't know.
This is with me and Bon and Flores and all the other people that work for me, apart from Vin, because Vin is allowed upstairs.
Yeah. It's the I'm inside your bed thing again. It's not going to make sense to this audience because they haven't seen the Music Freaks.
Eardrum.
I'm glad someone else hates that lyric as much as I do. I will never not make fun of that. Chase Scene is definitely the worst Music Freak song. It was whenever. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, so they. Oh, that's why they're singing that one gacha series that I did, because they're talking about. Okay, so they've only seen one gacha video of mine, which happens to be for the Mutant Girl. Was yes, the Mutant Girl is still an ongoing project in gacha, and that video in question has actually been remade. But yeah, the series is continuing, and we are working on the next episode on season 3 now.
I have successfully banished Beanie, and I am now the singular canon voice.
Of Pete, yes. Oh my goodness. I will say, you know, the Beanie Boy as Pete did actually get one of the most quoted lines from the show. You know, no mess with Pop Josephine's gang.
The guy's chat's begging us now. Quantum says, please don't make me go with him, please. Cookie says, please help us.
What can I do? Well, let's go back with it. I mean, you're welcome to stay here, but like, what else am I? You know, this stream is a limited time because we got like 10 minutes of video left to watch. I mean, you know, the bell shall toll for thee eventually.
Dude, that means one of my I guess this is one of my favorite moments, but that means my favorite serious moment is gonna have to wait until next time. Shoot.
I did ask whether or not.
But it's fairly close to the end, so.
Okay. Well, then it was gonna have to wait regardless. Then. Yeah. Okay.
And Alistair, you of course know this was the dinner prior to you guys having fun that given night. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Now you of course know that, and I, as the DM, have just confirmed that for you.
Oh, they played board games after. Nice.
But
it should be noted that we had decided that Alistair and Cereza might have a will they won't they thing going all the way back in session 0 during character creation. So this was always bound to happen eventually.
Well, I mean, apart from what happened in episode 1, which suggests that, you know, nothing could have happened if that had, you know, if that hadn't had an out. We're actually rewatching that entire gacha series at the moment, as Beanie's voicing in right now. Good luck with that.
Oh, so you're watching the ones that weren't remade. That is a shame.
Yeah, and also, what other moments? Beanie was in one episode. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I replaced him pretty quickly. And also, all the ones that he was in have been remade and are significantly better than the ones that you are now watching.
Yeah, the thing is that, you know, he's credited going forward because I thought he was going to come back, and I just wrote the character out of some of the episodes. But when it became clear that you know, we needed him, like the character, I mean, I definitely it's like, okay, you know what, BB, you've been replacing Beanie Boy in the meantime. You could just have the character, you know. Hey, there you go.
Let's go.
Which is why if you end up watching the remakes of the series, there's actually a deleted scene featuring Pete that was not there originally, because that was part of his missing character arc.
Yeah.
I can't have his voice anymore. Well, you're in luck. If you watch the remakes, then you don't have to, I guess, deal with that.
Yeah, the voice is significantly better. And I don't just mean because it's me, which for the record, I think our mic quality was about the same back at that point, but...
well, actually, I mean, you. Well, for the original series, you know, that involved like DJ Savix tuning you up specifically, but you know, now that's been fixed. Also, definitely not to take me necessarily. That doesn't feel fair, but I can give you another character if you want. I'm 100% up for that one.
We could play rock paper scissors per episode to see who voices Pete.
Like,
Hey,
Bob and Lee, I
no!
think, complained about the fact that like the VAs change with every remake because they're made once a year, and that's already distracting. So
KW,
the idea of
you should do that for Carly. Rock, paper, scissors, see who gets the voice her for that episode.
let's do that for Mira and Secrets of the Plex.
Oh god.
Let's see, Mira, are you British today? Let's find out.
Can I be bothered
Mira.
to be British today? No.
Maybe we can write a scene
I'm
where you
bothered.
canonize that
I'm
Mira has
bothered.
like 2 settings on them,
Are you bothered,
and one
though?
is
Are you
British
bothered?
mode and the other is American.
That would kind of make sense, actually. Considering what show that is, yes, that would actually absolutely make sense. Anyway,
Oh wait, I actually have to go because we're going to talk about doing a Harry Potter D&D campaign.
wait a minute. You're doing a Harry Potter D&D campaign, you didn't tell me about it? How dare you?
I want to do a Harry Potter D&D campaign.
I want to do a D&D campaign. Excuse you.
I can ask him if
I don't want to do a Harry Potter D&D campaign.
We didn't ask you.
Shame on you.
This isn't about you. Get out of here.
I don't like J.K. Rowling. I like the concept of the story she made.
No one here said anything about liking J.K. Rowling.
It's kind of hard to like JK.
Oh my goodness. Oh, right.
Oh god, I better go now. Bye bye.
Oh, see ya.
Okay. All right. There is there is a question in here of is Beanie British. I'm not going to answer the question. What I'm going to say is use your common sense. If you've heard what he sounds like. Anyway,
He's also a voice
all you
actor.
guys
this is true. Anyway,
call, at least as a shared knowledge, is of course that you know there was that Cereza was
I forgot to mention as well. This video here, this campaign is set in the same universe as Mutant Girl, so you're getting
It is.
lore from like 600 plus years beforehand.
Yeah.
Which means that nothing affects anything, but it's in the same universe, which equals cool by Marvel rules. I don't know.
I mean, you know, Mutant Girl might be able to make like a reference at some point. Oh, you know, there was legends of these 2 buffoons running around. I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, like there is like we have established that well, they're in school, so they can learn stuff in history class in theory.
Yeah.
You could
I was
probably
going to
talk
say that I
about
was the history teacher, but then I realized no, they've graduated now, so I'll be a different history teacher now.
You can pull a Mr. Feeney, write him in.
They could probably talk about what happened with the thing in session 4. The thing with
Great.
me and Cereza.
I mean, I look forward to the context for that to be written into an episode at some point. But actually, BB, before we move on from that, what you said just there about like writing in the character just like as they graduate. Actually, Aiden asked to do that exact thing with Mrs. Dysart like multiple times.
Oh.
Yeah, because like just gonna have like that was one of the reasons that Mrs. Dysart eventually went to be part of Fallen Angels permanently. It was because he just didn't want to write out the character. So, and I said like no, because they're graduating, they're going to a different school. This was always going to happen. And yes, there are some times in specific situations where a teacher from one school will get a new job in the other one. That did happen when I math teached in real life, but A, I didn't tell Aiden that happened, and B,
And to Mr. Feeney.
yeah, well, I haven't seen enough of that show to account for that, but that makes sense. But yeah, the that was just like that's a little bit too convenient, and also, you know, it's kind of like gives a chance to roll out some new ideas, or to potentially cut down on the cast, because quite frankly, there are too many characters in 3. I realized today that one of the members of Bianca's posse literally has one spoken line that remaining in the show, in the season. So, yeah, we're spread relatively thin. So I feel like realistically writing out characters, I was also going to suggest that some of the characters from the middle school would have gone to a different high school. as you know, as is customary in certain areas. But again, I was outvoted, let's say, or I guess outbid for that. Also, thank you for
Thank
the
you,
2
Beanie.
quid. Apparently, that's more than you're paying this lot, but
You're right.
which
That's
is good
the money
to
they're
know.
paying you, apparently.
And look, you know, it's fine. Hey, look, it's engagement. Works for me.
And you know, there was of course the sausages and the eggs with the mayo, and you vaguely recall Cereza saying something along the lines of, "Yeah, I'm practicing something for you, Alistair," but
With arrows,
it,
just
it
go
was
go back
always
to
kind
arrows
of
at some
would
it
point.
find
was
it on your
it was always kind of assumed by Amilla that this had been practice for the next big meal, of course, which Cereza talks about quite frequently.
Just don't ever talk about the fact that Sarasa doesn't know how to cook.
He
And-
tries his best, don't worry.
I don't know. You know, his name is literally a food product, so you know, he's probably got you know, some dormant culinary ability that's yet to be
It's a
unlocked.
food product that you don't
And-
have to cook to eat, though.
No, but you can cook into certain things. Anyway,
Yeah, man,
Each time
he's
he
a
says it
pie
gets bigger and
connoisseur.
bigger, so I think it's something to get your hopes up for.
Yeah,
and
man, the skills get better and better. It's just
It's and so as you
disagree.
guys were eating, you do of course recall Alistair really enjoying the meal, like legitimately, but Cereza kept on making
Yeah,
weird
they-
eyes to Alistair.
they
And
really liked that meal so much. They became religious from him. They kept saying, "Oh God."
yeah, and so Alistair and Cereza kept on making eye contact.
the less I
and,
say about this, the sooner it'll be over.
and it was a real moment of beauty, truth be told. And
If there's anything I could describe this scene as, it is a real
it's
moment
weird,
of
though,
beauty.
because every time Cereza had looked
I'm
at
sorry,
Alistair,
I was the one that
Alistair
exited this
seemed
one.
to-
You're the one narrating every single part of it.
Well, I mean, that's kind of she kind of got roped into a corner if you think about it that way. Because I mean,
Okay,
you know,
but also,
what's a DM
how
supposed
was
to
I
do if,
gonna
you know,
deny
when-
this?
How was I
I
going
mean,
to deny
relatively
it?
easily by moving on to the next scene. But yeah, like I understand that as a DM, you kind of you are sometimes forced to indulge in some of that. I mean, some of my favorite like Avantris moments are the ones where like, you know, whoever's DMing in that session is forced to helplessly watch on as utter mayhem ensues in almost every way.
their face started to change to a different color. You almost started.
Oh, speaking of Avantris, apparently they're doing a stream now. That's like there's on like this different site or something that's called Chuckles After Dark. Which, considering how unhinged Chuckles is already, I
Sorry.
hesitate to wonder if that's even going to make it to YouTube.
Like some sort of dwarf or like goblin from the stories that you've been told as a child. You know, the red skinned like goblins or whatever. But it quickly went away. So it's pretty safe to say that Alistair was mostly human, despite the weird things he's done in the past. Actually, he did these weird things with like
Human?
he created these openings in like the air, which was always a bit odd. But beyond that, he seemed mostly human. You always
Sounds like he's able to rip into the dark.
assumed it was just magic. And
That's considered human.
you remember after the lovely meal, you had all went to bed, including, of course, Alistair and Cereza.
You all three of you went to bed, including, of course, two of you.
Hey, you know.
Into the shared bedroom that they had.
Yeah, see, there you go. If you just kept listening,
And
I would have
you-
clarified.
I mean, that was implied from what was said already, but yeah.
A bunch of noises, which involved a loud, like, lashing noise. And
Looking back on it, I almost wish I added in a comedically timed whip noise whenever I said that.
Yeah. Or just, or I don't know, the sound of an arrow singing across into a wall or something, I don't know. I'm still waiting for the arrow connection here.
Screaming, but it didn't sound like terrible screaming. It sounded like a lot of excitement, actually.
And then suddenly, don't know.
And so you always were like, oh, well, that meal was better than most of Cerise's, right? I mean, most of his meals are kind of terrible, and this one was
There you
only
go.
half.
Cerisa can't cook.
And so
I'm just thinking of the Hermione can't draw song. Now imagine the Harry Potter and D&D together. just just thinking Hermione can't draw. Hermione can't draw. No, Cerisa can't cook. Cerisa can't cook. Cerisa cannot cook.
you're like, maybe it's a new technique. Maybe that's why it's getting better. And so you all go to sleep quite peacefully, except for 2 of you.
Again, all of you go to sleep, except for most of you. So one person went to sleep peacefully. Good. I guess they weren't. I guess they weren't loud, and they weren't too loud. Then she was
No,
able to still get to sleep.
2 of them. Venus was there as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
And Nova.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Was she with us?
As
Uh-huh.
you're recalling,
Yeah.
I don't know time frame.
I mean, just considering this was set like a year earlier, I thought you just hadn't met those 2 yet. But okay, I guess they just didn't want to come on this hunting trip. In universe, of course.
this wonderful, almost family moment. You are a good ways to the right as you are all going. Cerisa, what's the next plan of action? Because you're now at the right, and you can see that there's broken twigs to the left, but it seemed that there was also a good deal of running on the other side.
The one with running. This seems totally smart.
You go over and you... Does anyone stop to do anything in that direction, by the way?
Pick up a rock.
Okay.
I'm gonna name it Kevin. Royland.
Cerisa has a weapon, finally!
Anyone else?
Spin away and throw him on the ground.
Throw who on the ground?
Kevin.
Just yank the rock away from Cerisa to throw it. Come on, finally when there was a weapon, when Cerisa had picked up a weapon to use after he finally listened to Alistair, you do that? Come on, Amila. Jeez.
Don't worry, I'll find Kevin.
You're killing me here, Amila. You're killing me.
What? You're not taking Kevin from me.
I'll take Kevin.
Kevin,
Roll strength to take Kevin.
Kevin Royland will stay.
Alistair ends up finding Kevin.
Kevin Royland? Hopefully no relation. For Kevin's sake.
And like across the floor.
I didn't like Kevin.
So screw you guys. I'm gotta go.
But that was faster than Elmo's crush on Rocco. That was speed running that whole arc.
No,
Dude,
Alistair,
I like Kevin.
Alistair just kind of sees that Teresa is going to find Kevin and just grabs him by the shirt and just drags him along.
Kevin.
This really is like the antithesis of Quest of the Rising Sun, where we like carry like everything and everyone with us on our journey, regardless of how many. No one. This is every person left behind, every rock left behind. Only the 3 leads.
Yeah.
We need the screen time.
Well, Cerisa has lost Kevin, a great tragedy. Alistair is getting a good kick out of this, and Amila is just thankful to be gone from that disgusting rock. It's a
Damn.
you know, it's almost the end of the world as far as Cerise is concerned, but
We were gonna start a business together.
Somehow
Rocky climbers.
I wish I've elaborated on this. Like, what would the business have consisted of?
Rocky climbers.
but across all odds somehow you hear running a little bit closer to you.
Ooh,
Not
in the
close.
left ear.
It's
Nice.
clearly
All the
away.
headphone juice out there.
So it's running away?
Yep.
It's like it was running towards from my
Do we
perspective.
follow? This is up to Teresa. You're the leader. You definitely like to take the lead. Shut up.
Can we play follow the leader?
If this is
Yep.
Oh.
We loved follow the lead.
good save, Miller. Good save.
Do you
Continue.
two play it alone a lot then?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
It
didn't
was
know
not
that.
a conscious save.
Oh.
Hmm.
we can't figure out which one's leader though.
I forgot that we canonized
Can't-
where they fall on in that hierarchy in this episode.
You know, it's the early episodes are all about, you know, setting up your characters, you know, establishing what they're about, and you know, what their interpersonal dynamics are. You know, that's
We have certainly learned about their interpersonal dynamics in this one.
yeah, it's important early in the game, of course. Yeah.
Tell
Good
me you're
grief.
playing a child without telling me you're playing a child for real.
Honestly,
Follow the leader?
honestly, I feel like Nathaniel would have said the exact same thing. He's not a child. If anything, your child character would have got that before my adult character would have in Quest the Rising Sun. I would have done the thing that's from the S&T video where it's like, look at that, Knuckles, gals being pals. Sonic, you're an idiot. Anyway.
Take the lead, Teresa.
Well, I think switching the leaders is really fun, so...
Oh my god.
I like
It is
leading. That's
part
why I'm
of the
on
game,
the best
From Miller's
team
perspective,
or
yes.
something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know you like lead.
Did they even play Follow the Leader back then? Was that a common game?
Why
Now
not?
use those
Like, it's
skills.
not like
Wait,
that
no, don't use
requires
those
anything.
skills.
Really?
No.
What are you using cooking skills in the middle of the woods?
Well, I mean, okay, again, I know misunderstanding aside, people do cook in the woods, so that's not out of the ordinary, Miller.
Just ignore the crazy person. Go.
Which one? Which crazy person am I supposed to ignore exactly here, Alistair?
I can show you something I learned in a book.
We can save that for later. Not in front of the.
If this is the book that I'm thinking of, I'm not sure if that was, like, heavily publicized at this point.
I think it was meant to
Oh,
be
is it
a
the
random sex book.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I think it was just general advice.
I like to think the book is just called General Advice.
That's gonna make a cameo. I'm gonna write that down in my documents and I'll make that have a cameo one day. I want to look through his bookshelf while he's away. Oh, okay. You find a book called General Advice for Newbies.
Yeah, exactly. How to rise to the top. Or
Yeah.
the bottom. Or both, if you prefer. That's the
Pop to
subtitle.
the top.
Anyway. Jeez.
We have a cooking book?
We have a cooking book. Yeah, you know this. We have a cooking book.
Then, what book?
Since when do we have a cooking book?
I'm pretty sure that was a
Someone-
general question. Then what book?
I just like the way that Cereza just digging a hole for himself at this point because he's
Right,
going to
he-
mention a book and then he was like, "Oh, wait a minute, there's a save of a cooking book here, you know, for the sake of the child." But then now it's like, "Well, what do you mean talk about a cooking book?" It's like, "Play along, please. Yes, and me, okay? We're doing a scene."
There's a 10-year-old here.
Exactly.
We cook.
The one I stole from my dad.
You have a dad?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were just some random orphan we picked up.
Anyways, Teresa, what do we do? Do we follow the noise or not?
I really hope that the book that Emma stole was not also just a copy of General Advice. There's both like different editions of the book.
I forgot I did that. I didn't even know what I was referring to.
Well, you said it was a
stole from
cookbook.
my dad.
Apparently, you stole a cookbook, so it was implied a cookbook in this case. So yeah, that probably would not work as a.
And you genuinely believe it's cooking, so it's probably just an actual cookbook.
Yeah.
Sure hope it's. I don't know.
What I very scary tales. Long ago, there was a scary tale, right? About these
Yeah.
two dudes who went in a cave, and they found very scary creatures and monsters of great monstrosities. They formed a bond better than anyone before, and so I say we go in there and just see what happens.
Okay.
Fantastic story, very
Yeah.
carefully woven and
And
crafted.
so, sure enough, the trio starts marching their way up the hill.
There's a story about two people in the middle of might die.
The trio starts marching up the hill and start to follow where the noise.
Now
is
here's
running.
where we can play a little game, right? He said that, but here's the question. Me, as a job of the DM, do I let this slide, or by the third arc, do I kill one of these people as a parallel to that random story that Cherry decided to make up for his character? That's the question, and I'll
Yeah.
just let you figure out which one I decided to go on.
I reckon that Cerise at this point is gonna become like Kenny from South Park.
Do you guys go at a leisurely pace, or are you guys like actually like chasing after it, or are you guys doing a different strategy? Since Cerise's main thing is strategy.
Cerise's main thing is strategy. This is the same person that went on a hunting trip with no weapons. I do not trust Cerise on strategy right
His
now.
intelligence is quite high for the stat, I promise.
Yeah, sure, for the stats. How far's that got him so far?
Look, man.
You go with their brains, or we.
I'm trying
It's
to
kind of
make...
like
Look, he's meant to be canonically competent. I'm trying to save his case a little bit.
so is Doc. Doc is meant to be canonically competent, and look how well that's gone so far.
Yes, that's so. Yeah, Doc's so competent that he made magic cancer canon. Well, speaking of magic cancer, I think Jacob just crashed.
Oh my god. Speaking of magic cancer, I think Jacob just crashed is one of the best quotes I've ever heard.
Oh man, it's great because Jacob's gonna walk away from the. I can already tell this episode is going to end only as soon as this conversation ends. He'll end this episode genuinely thinking this is just the entirety of the episode, and he's just, oh man, I swear there's more serious stuff.
Oh, Jacob in his face cam, like slowly laughing.
Yeah, well, I can kind of hear a bit of robotic static. I'm waiting for him to fully come back.
My computer got magical cancer. Mood.
Just let Alistair do something stupid.
You don't.
Just let Alistair do something stupid.
You don't want Alistair to do something stupid.
Okay, so how about I just let Alistair do something stupid?
Yeah. Alistair, what stupid thing do you do?
It does come with the benefit that whenever she's talking to Alistair,
let
the eyes
Alistair
do
do
dart
something
in
stupid.
Alistair's direction.
You don't want Alistair to do something stupid.
Okay,
D&D, I
so
don't
how
require
about
more
I
serious
just
stuff, that's
let
fair.
Alistair do something stupid?
Yeah. Alistair, what stupid thing do you do?
Am I gonna when do I get on thingy? We're gonna fucking run after that thing.
Profanity.
We're gonna charge. I'm gonna have my battle axe.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, no,
Just throw it.
Remember, this came
I
out
don't
on my
think I can
channel,
throw the
so
battle axe.
You can attack. You can definitely throw a battle axe. Don't you have like the biggest muscles in the land, man? I think you can throw a damn axe.
Alistair, roll for
Am I able to
stupidity.
see the thing? Can I see its like butt or something?
God, what a good
You
quote.
guys
Can I
just
see his
keep
butt or
running.
something? And I like how you can hear the. We
Am I
made a
able to,
joke
like,
about this
pinpoint
actually.
where
That
it
bit
is?
got cut out really well, but there was a bit between "Can I see his butt or something?" and what I responded to with "Ah, I love how that's what invokes Shorty's southern energy."
Talking about something from below, I guess. Yeah.
Battle axe ready. Actually, yeah, no,
Just throw it.
I don't think I can throw the battle axe.
You can attack. You can definitely throw a battle axe. Don't you have like the biggest muscles in the land, man? I think.
I mean, physically, I suppose, Alistair can probably throw a battle axe, but, whether or not that's a mechanic for combat is another question.
I
But
would have allowed
physically,
it.
yeah. There you go.
You can throw a damn axe.
Am I able to see the thing? Can I see its like butt or something?
Nope. You
There we
guys
go.
just
Okay, yeah,
started
southern accent.
running.
Am I able to like pinpoint where it is?
A rough direction.
Okay, we're running, and then whenever we get close enough, I'm throwing. I'm throwing something.
Throw the child.
I'm throwing something. I'm becoming the world's first cowboy. Norwegian
Right, yeah.
cowboy. Battle axe and all. Like,
Yeah, who knew this is what the original version of a gunslinger was?
an axe wielder. I want to see a cowboy movie now where instead of guns, they just have like dual wielding battle axes as they charge into combat.
There's only there's only enough room for one chieftain in this town.
They like have the typical like high noon duel, but they actually
It's
but
just
they
a Star
actually-
Wars duel, but with axes.
No, see, they do the 10 paces away, and then they turn around. They realize they're too far away, so have to come back for a second round. I don't know. Speaking of high noon, by the way, I also found like there was another video that I saw of a D&D moment where this is from Critical Role, and somebody particularly is like Matt Mercer describing a scene, as DMs are known to do, naturally, and one person happens to ask, oh, what time is it? And Matt just goes, well, you don't know what time it is exactly, but it's the middle of the day. Which, to everyone involved, they then realized what he was trying to avoid saying and started laughing. Anyway.
I kind of love that.
You guys are continuing to
That was his nods.
Yeah.
that direction. It is the left.
And there we go. So they headed
okay.
to the right before, and next time they head to the left.
Hey,
It's,
at least whenever you cut it, it cut off at the end of a sentence and not in the middle of a word like I was halfway expecting.
No, yeah, I told you before. This was the 30 minutes and 23 seconds because I let you finish your sentence.
Oh.
Yeah. So I do have the other one prepared, but yeah, we are going to cut things here because also, again, since I'm in my bedroom right now, I don't want to make too much noise. So yeah, the shorter time, then I guess the better. I was betting it to be this short, honestly. I thought it was going to be like an average length, but I guess I didn't think to halve this before when I delayed this originally. So yeah, we will come back to this at some other point. Maybe not tomorrow exactly, but at some stage, and we will get to see how this turns serious at some point.
Yeah.
All right, and I guess there's not really too much else.
And he crashed, I think. Give him a second. Oh,
Oh,
wait, he's trying.
see, whenever he crashes, he's not like
They probably, like-
leaving the call anymore. Oh,
Oh wait, well, hold on. I'm hearing actual words now again. They're leaking in.
Like,
I heard a liker in there.
I thought it was like it's. I suppose it could be like Let's make a series where we try to decipher Jacob's final thoughts on a video with just him with just his internet dying.
Guess that internet connection. Can you guess the sentence of the worst internet connection possible?
See, I don't know, because whenever he's doing this, I don't know if he can hear us talking clearly or if we're also like weird staticky. You think whenever we're talking over him, or well, I guess from his perspective over him, he just gets annoyed with us before realizing, oh, it's my internet. I think about that sometimes.
I think if we didn't, like, if his face cam was off and we couldn't tell he was frozen, and like he's trying
he
to
would just
say
fall
something.
silent.
Well, yeah, but we wouldn't, like, if we were talking and he was silent, then we wouldn't know. And then he's trying to say something. Like,
oh wait, hold on. I was going to say that because of how these campaigns work, not too much happened other than fun times, but we did establish a deeper connection between the characters.
Right.
I love how I'm seeing this message, but then past Jacob is still trying to get his final thoughts out.
I wonder if we put all the clips together, he'd make cohesive sentences.
Now because
now we could.
Oh, and the frame changed. Oh,
hey, he's moving.
Hey.
He's actually moving again.
Yeah, I'm back.
There you
So
go.
to answer your question, you know when I say my computer freezes, I mean it literally freezes. Like I can't move the screen at all. So I'm more than aware that that I'm not connected, because if I can't move and it cuts out everything, including sound, then I'm not gonna like get annoyed that you're talking over me, because I obviously know what the problem is.
Sure.
So yeah, like I said in here about this, we did establish deeper connection, at least between a couple of the characters at any length.
Literally a couple.
But I was also going to add to that we have like some added visual effects. Few as they may be, I did notice like the impact that had, particularly on KW. So DDLC intensifies after all. But my favorite part about this was definitely the added production value of the sound effects and the music, because that makes a huge difference from before, just the way this was done. So yeah, definitely a good start. And if the pattern continues with what happened in episode 1, then yes, it's all going to come crashing down. I look forward to that next time. But before I freeze again, please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters.